ready to relax, you can close your eyes. And in a moment, I'm going to ask you to imagine certain things. But it doesn't matter if you can't imagine all of the things I'm asking you to do. And you might even find that your mind is wandering quite a bit. So let the sound of my voice just phase into the background. But it doesn't matter, as the sound of my voice will continue to relax you. And it doesn't really matter if you don't hear a word that I say, because very soon now you're going to be more relaxed than you've ever known. And now I want you to think about the top of your head. Many people don't realize that tension often starts in the little muscles of the scalp. So I want you to think about those little muscles and the skin of your scalp, and just allow them to let go and relax. Now all the muscles of your face, just let them go slack. And your forehead, and your eyes and eyelids, the cheeks, mouth, and jaw muscles. And it's a wonderful feeling when you let your face just totally relax, because you can actually feel the skin settling and smoothing out. And it might mean that your mouth opens slightly, but whatever's best for you, just let it happen. And unclenching your teeth and relaxing your tongue, because the more you physically relax, the more you can mentally relax. And you may even want to imagine a cool, relaxing ocean of calm washing through your body, washing away any stress and tension and replacing it with a feeling of relaxation and tranquility. And now thinking about your neck and shoulder muscles now, and into the tops of your arms, and letting all those tensions just drain away as you think on down through to your elbows and into your forearms, down through your wrists and into your hands, right the way down into the very tips of your fingers and the tips of your thumbs. And just letting all of those muscles just let go and relax. And now think about your breathing, noticing that you're breathing even more steadily and even more slowly as you relax more and more, so you can let any tension in the chest area simply drain away as you think on down through to your stomach muscles and just letting those muscles relax too. Think down now into your back and the long muscles on each side of the spine, and just let those muscles relax. And your waist and your main thigh muscles as you think on down through your knees and down through the shins and calves, and just letting all of those areas relax and let go as you think on down through to your ankles and through your feet and into the very tips of your toes, and all the muscles of your body beautifully relaxed and easy and very lazy. And now that you're so beautifully relaxed, nobody wanting anything and nobody expecting anything, and absolutely nothing whatsoever for you to do except to relax. And I want you just to let your mind and your imagination drift, feeling lazy and easy and comfortable. And I want you to imagine that you're standing on the terrace of a lovely old house. A house like a stately home or country mansion. And you can feel the sun on your head and shoulders. Not too hot, and just comfortable. And there's a gentle breeze playing against your skin. And as you look around you, you notice an elegant marble flight of steps. 10 broad steps leading down into a beautiful sunken garden. A garden where you sense peace, well-being and comfort. And make it really vivid in your mind. And in a moment, I'm going to count down from 10 to 0. And as I count down all the way from 10 down to 0, I want you to imagine that each number is a step down on this beautiful staircase. A step down towards this beautiful garden, and each step you take is another step down into deeper and even deeper levels of relaxation. So that by the time you get to 0, you will be as deeply relaxed as you could ever imagine, while still being able to hear and respond to the sound of my voice. 10. Take the first step down now, relaxing and letting go. 9. Feeling more and more relaxed. No need to hurry, and there's plenty of time. 8. Moving down easily now. 7. Deeper and deeper. 6. Deeper still. Your breathing becoming slower and steadier. 5. Really relaxing now. Just let go. 4. Becoming calmer and calmer. 3. Calmer still now. 2. More and more relaxed. 1. All the way down now to 0. And now you find yourself in this wonderful garden, and you can feel the softness of the newly cut grass beneath your feet, as the scent of masses upon masses of brightly coloured flowers seems to envelop you, and there is the gentle sound of birds singing and echoing faintly in the stillness of the air. And it's almost a magical place, stretching into the distance as far as the eye can see in all directions, with beautiful shrubs and tall, elegant trees, and an ornamental fountain which seems to feed into a gently trickling stream. And this fascinates you, and you wander to the edge of the stream and gently lower yourself down onto the soft, grassy bank and just sit there for a while, gazing into the cool, clear water, marveling at the sense of tranquility that sweeps over you, and listening to the faint sound of the fountain splashing into the pool that feeds this gentle stream. And after a little while, you lay back on the grass and gaze up to the clearest of blue skies. And as you relax more and more, your eyes begin to close and you just drift off into a deep and relaxing sleep. And as you sleep, you have a dream. You dream that your whole body is becoming lighter, lighter and lighter, so light that you feel you must surely begin to float on air at any moment. And then you feel yourself just floating and drifting, gently borne aloft and supported by the softest of warm breezes, and you can somehow see through your closed eyelids that you're floating in a sea of colour, a warm sea of colour that relaxes and comforts you as you just drift, suspended in a warmth and colour that seems somehow unreal and yet, at the same time, has a comfortingly familiar feel to it. And you're aware of misty reds and orange, soft, muted yellow tones, gentle greens and blues that seem somehow like clouds, and the deepest, softest indigos and violets that you could ever have imagined. And it begins to dawn on you that you're floating in a rainbow, a magical rainbow, because in this rainbow, time and space do not exist in the same way that we usually know it. And you might have floated there for just a moment, or 100 years, maybe for a lifetime, or just perhaps for the blinking of an eye. And you could have floated towards in time, to a time that could have been far beyond our future, or maybe back in time, back before your own lifetime. And it gradually begins to seem to you that you might even be able to float here for just as long as you wish. And with this wonderful, relaxed feeling, just floating and drifting through this magical sea of gentle flowing colours, where time seems to be suddenly of so little importance. And you are still pondering on these thoughts when you feel yourself beginning to float gently downwards, lower and lower, softly sinking down through these beautiful rainbows, becoming even more relaxed and even more lazy, until eventually you realize that you've stopped floating downwards, and you find yourself on the shore of a tranquil lake, a large tranquil lake surrounded by softly rolling hills that are shrouded in a gentle silver mist. And there are trees and sweetly scented flowering shrubs and grasses growing at the water's edge. And everything is bathed in a beautiful golden light, a golden light that seems to bathe everything in its warmth. And you find yourself marvelling at the sense of deep calmness and comfort that seems to fill your entire being. And as you stroll lazily along the sandy shore of this wonderful lake, noticing with a sort of lazy curiosity that it seems to be constantly changing colour, subtle changes blending so smoothly that it's difficult for you to know exactly when limpid blue has become a deep, soft violet, or when that deep violet becomes a relaxing, translucent green. And the changes of colour fascinate you, and you settle yourself down onto a small, smooth rock and just gaze out over the crystal clear waters. And every so often, something, a fish maybe, but just something, just breaks the surface, creating ripples that seem to flow gently and endlessly in all directions. Ripples that eventually lap against the edges of the rock that you're sitting on. And you smile and lean forward to double your hand amongst them. And as you do so, you create yet more ripples. Ripples that shimmer in a kaleidoscope of different colours across the lake, interacting with the others and making new, ever-changing patterns. And you realise that this tranquil place is the pool of all knowledge, that while you are here, you are part of everything, and everything is part of you. And you'll find it easy, so very easy to open your mind and let go of any barriers to memory or learning. And now your mind is prepared and receptive to everything that I'm going to say to you. And everything that I say, if it's for your benefit, will be accepted and acted upon by the subconscious. It will have a steadily increasing effect on the way that you think, the way that you feel, and the way that you behave. And the influence of these suggestions, as they are for your benefit, will continue to increase over the coming days and weeks and months. And your subconscious mind has confirmed that it is helping you to relax, helping you to cope so much better with life, and giving you a confidence within yourself to deal with any situation that life has to offer. And your subconscious mind has also given you a new understanding of yourself. And this understanding gives you the power to make vital changes for your benefit. So now, with every day that passes, your confidence is increasing. The confidence of knowing that you are capable of doing whatever you set your mind to, with a positive attitude and a quiet strength. And now, more and more, you become aware of the transformation taking place in your personality. And you're adopting a more positive outlook on life. And you believe in yourself more every day. And you are learning to act boldly, realizing that you are fully capable of making the proper decisions and having the confidence to carry them through. So each day, you become more and more secure within yourself. And as you look out over that lake, you notice two trees, one by the other. A tall tree and a small tree. And that small young tree, it knew how to wave and dance in the breeze. It knew how to be very flexible. And when the wind blew, it enjoyed changing its perspective. It enjoyed just dancing and moving and dancing. And it would see so many things when it changed its perspective. And that big tree was so inflexible. And it used to envy the small tree. But it was a little bit scared of changing its perspective. It was a little bit nervous about it. So one day, it asked the small tree, "How do you do that? How do you change the way that you see things? And change the way that you enjoy things?" And the little tree said, "Well, you must kind of let go. You just let it happen." And so the next time when that wind blew, the big tree really wanted to let go. And the little tree said, "You can do it. You can make those changes. There's no need to be afraid. Your roots go down deep in the ground. And you can have inner stability, even though you're moving with the winds of change and enjoying the dance, that inner dance of life. And you can allow that to happen all by itself." And that big tree was so happy, feeling its way into a new way of seeing things. And because it had a new way of seeing things, it also had a new way of recalling things, bringing back images when it wanted to recall the dance. And that big tree also learned, as it became more flexible in its behavior and its perceptions, that what it thought was the horizon was really only a limitation it was placing upon itself. And as it danced and swayed and danced, it could see further and further, fields beyond towns, and it could even see the sea in the distance. And and it was so happy to have a new way of seeing things. So happy to know that it could recall in a new, pleasant way, pleasant images and pleasant memories. And so with your new, relaxed attitude, both towards yourself and towards others, you realize that you are gaining control of your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions. And this gives you a tremendous feeling of satisfaction, knowing that whatever happens, you can deal with the situation in a calm and relaxed way. And you know that the key to good health is a calm and relaxed attitude towards life. And now, as you begin to accept life as it is, and you accept people as they are, so as you continue to relax more and more with every day that passes, you feel better within yourself and about yourself. And this gives you the opportunity to become more aware of the wide range of resources which are yours, resources which are within you, which are there for your use. And as you become more aware of these resources, then you become more and more confident. And with these new resources, you know that you are directing your life now, and you know that life can bring the good things to you. And in this way, you are happier with each day that passes. Anticipate happiness, and happiness is yours. And of course, you'll feel better each day because you are happy.